He lived louder than life and wrestled like royalty. With diamonds, limos, and a signature Woooo, Ric Flair became wrestling's ultimate icon. But behind the robes was a man who battled pain, fame, and fate. Welcome to Historical Stories, where legends like the Nature Boy come alive. Ric Flair, the Stylin Profilin legacy of the Nature Boy. Born on February 25, 1949, as Richard Morgan Flyer, the man the world would come to know as Ric Flair was adopted shortly after birth and raised in Minnesota. With a natural charisma and unmatched athleticism, Flair would go on to become one of the most influential and enduring figures in professional wrestling history, earning the nickname the Nature Boy. Flair's wrestling journey began in the early 1970s, after training under legendary wrestler Werner Garner. He made his in-ring debut in 1972 and quickly gained attention for his flashy style, bleach blonde hair, and confident strut. His early days saw him competing in the American Wrestling Association, AWA, and later the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, where he would rise to national prominence. Tragedy nearly ended his career before it began. In 1975, Flair survived a devastating plane crash that broke his back in 3 places. Doctors told him he'd never wrestle again. Defying the odds, Flair returned to the ring just months later, reinventing himself with a more grounded, technical wrestling style. This comeback marked the true birth of the flamboyant persona that would define his legacy. By the late 1970s and early 1980s, Ric Flair had become the face of the NWA, winning his first NWA World Heavyweight Championship in 1981 by defeating Dusty Rhodes. He would go on to hold that title multiple times, often defending it in grueling hour-long matches across the country and internationally. Flair's in-ring ability, showmanship, and unmatched stamina earned him worldwide respect from fans and peers alike. What set Flair apart was his larger-than-life character. The custom robes, diamond-studded watches, limousines, and famous catchphrases, "To be the man, you gotta beat the man," made him a pop culture icon. He lived his gimmick both on and off-screen, becoming synonymous with wrestling's golden era of excess and drama. In the mid-1980s, Flair became the leader of wrestling's most iconic faction, the Four Horsemen, alongside Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and Ole Anderson. They revolutionized wrestling storytelling with their gang-style dominance, feuds, and loyalty. Flair's feuds with the likes of Ricky Steamboat, Sting, Dusty Rhodes, and Terry Funk remain some of the most celebrated rivalries in wrestling history. When World Championship Wrestling, WCW, emerged from the NWA, Flair became its centerpiece. He won the WCW World Heavyweight Championship multiple times and served as both a performer and backstage influence, though creative clashes occasionally saw him depart WCW, including a brief stint with WWF, now WWE, in the early 1990s where he won the WWF Championship. He remained a dominant force. Flair returned to WCW in 1993, continuing to headline and mentor younger talent. When WCW was bought by WWE in 2001, Flair rejoined WWE in 2002 and had a remarkable late career run, reinventing himself again. He formed Evolution, a powerful faction alongside Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista, blending past glory with the future of wrestling. Though age caught up, Flair's passion never faded. His emotional retirement match came at WrestleMania XXIV in 2008, losing to Shawn Michaels in a legendary bout that ended with Michaels whispering, "I'm sorry, I love you," before delivering the final blow. Flair was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2008 and again in 2012 as a member of the Four Horsemen, becoming the first 2-time inductee. Outside the ring, Flair's life was as dramatic as his wrestling storylines. Known for his extravagant lifestyle, Flair faced personal and financial struggles, including multiple divorces, health scares, and bankruptcy. In 2017, he nearly died due to organ failure, spending weeks in a medically induced coma. Yet again, like the plane crash decades earlier, he survived, earning the nickname the Man Who Won't Die. Despite controversy and chaos, Ric Flair remains one of wrestling's most respected and beloved figures. He holds a recognized record 16 World Championship reigns, though many argue the true count exceeds 20. His influence spans generations, with fans and wrestlers alike imitating his style, wooing chant, and signature strut. Flair's legacy also lives on through his daughter, Charlotte Flair, a multiple-time women's champion in WWE who carries the family name with pride and excellence. Today, Ric Flair stands not only as a wrestling legend, but as a symbol of resilience, showmanship, and passion. He embodied the highs and lows of the wrestling world like no one else. Whether fans loved him or hated him, they never ignored him. Woo echoes through arenas even even today, a lasting tribute to the Nature Boy who made wrestling styling, profiling, and unforgettable. From jet-flying highs to near-death lows, Ric Flair's legacy remains untouchable. Thanks for watching this unforgettable ride on historical stories. Hit like, share, and subscribe to keep the legends alive. Next up, The Undertaker, 30 years of darkness and dominance. Don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.